Hello and happy Monday. Okay, so I just want to make sure this was going live. So I am at home today, which was unplanned because my alarm never went off. So I woke up to someone calling me at 8:30 and I was all frazzled. So anyways, I decided to work from home today instead of going into the office. So I don't have any makeup on or anything like that, but I'm going to be sharing some videos with you today around like the National Court of Sales. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I just have to pull this up. It's some really great training, and it's something I'm going to be doing as well. Boys? So just give me a minute to pull up the videos because I'm going to share my screen with you. And hopefully you can hear it okay. All right, so let's see. All right, let's go into here. Sorry, it's just going to give me a second to figure out how to do this. Share screen, here we go. Share. All right, so this is mostly what the training's going to be on today. So I'm going to start this over and then I will play it. Hopefully you can hear it.
Hi, my name is Tandy Fisher. I'm a $1 million sales director in Rockford, Illinois, and I am thrilled to come to you today with this idea called 45 to Thrive. This is all about building 45 customers who use $1,000 of products a year that add up to $45,000 retail to put you on the National Court of Sales, earning your diamond ring and bringing extra income into your family. Now, you might think this idea looks kind of familiar if you've looked into some of the tools that are attached to this. It is similar to the 40 customer binder that made its way across much of the Mary Kay world in the past 4 years since I released those videos. And I shared on those videos that it originated from this old but timeless training that I came across one time from this brilliant director that I had never met, but I had wanted to give credit where credit was due. Well, her name is Brenda Howell, who I have since met, and she is just as beautiful as she is brilliant. And I'm so grateful to have seen that training from long ago. And now a huge thank you to Erin Marlowe, who has made this part of her Go Give collection so we can share all of this with the Mary Kay world. She has changed a lot of the tools that goes with it and has put it on Canva so you can go in and make any changes that you want. All right, so binder, that's the first thing. I want you to grab a binder that you love to look at because you will be looking at it. You want it to bring you joy when you see it, that you want to open it and want to work with your binder. You might change your binder often. I have had the same binder for 4 years. It must be made pretty well because it's holding up well for as much as it's been used. But I might end up changing it. You just never know. The other thing you could do is Erin made this great cover page. So you could always put it in a clear binder and just have the Thrive 45 to Thrive just on the front of it there too. So, okay, so let's get into the 25 products that we're specifically talking about. And there is a list that is in there. Now, these 25 products you could change around and you will notice as you look at them that you're like, Tandy, like they should use a lot more product than that, or they would use more than that in a year if they're using it consistently. You are totally right, which should also make you realize how simple it could be to get 45 customers to use $1,000 of product a year. What this also shows you is that if they're not getting it from you, they're getting it from somewhere else. And so the goal is to have all your customers thinking of only you when they run out of anything skincare, any supplement, any color, any body care, any fragrance. We want them thinking of you because the more they order and the more reorders, the more they're going to think of you. All right, so let's talk about these 25 specific items. So the first is 2 Time-Wise Miracle Sets. Okay, so 2 sets in a whole year, that's probably not going to fully last, right? But again, we're going low on this. You also might have more customers like I do that use the Voluform Time Wise Repair than they do Miracle Set. Well, great. That'll help you get to the 1,000 even that much faster. So go ahead and just mark that the same way you would the Time Wise Miracle Set. I have 1 replenishing serum C plus E, 1 box of hydrogel eye patches, 1 Microdermabrasion plus set. That could also be a peel in that line. 2 oil-free eye makeup removers, 2 micellar waters, 1 satin lip set, 1 gel mask or charcoal mask, 2 foundation primers, 1 under eye corrector or concealer, 2 CC creams, which could also be foundation. So if they use that, mark it in the same place. 1 silky setting powder or translucent powder, 1 Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.3, 1 Clinical Solutions Booster, 1 Perfect Palette. That is the only non-consumable item in the entire list, but it's there on purpose to help you to remember to get your skincare customers on basic color as well. Now, if you are completing that, you're doing this year after year, you might change that out for that specific customer that already has the palette. Now do they have brushes? Do they have something else in that spot? You'll also see a blush, a contour, a liquid eyeshadow, 3 ChromaFusion eyeshadows, 2 waterproof eyeliners, 2 ultimate mascaras. I know they should change them every 3 months, but just in case, 2 on there. And it could be any mascara. 2 lipsticks, which could also be a lip gloss or another lip product. 1 waterproof lip liner, 2 precision brow liners or brow tints, and 1 balancing toner. Now, all of these items add up to $1,000. So again, it can be adjusted, but those are just really basic ones that I feel like every customer either they're already using it or they should be using it. It would be something anyone and everyone can use. So let's think about that. Again, if you have 20 or 45 customers using those 25 specific products that add up to $1,000, you guys, that is the national quota sales. That is earning your diamond ring. It's bringing in $18,000 to $22,500 of product into your family every single year. That is huge. And that is a reason in itself to be doing this tracking. Now, why do I give that range? Well, 22,500 is half of 45,000. However, we teach 60-40 split in Mary Kay. So you're taking 60% to put back in. That's going to cover your samples that I'm going to teach you how to use in an upcoming video. It's going to help to pay for your preferred customer program. So in that range would be the profit that comes from that. Another thing I'm going to teach you to do in the upcoming videos, and there'll be a few to follow this one. One is to learn about each and every single one of these products on their own. So you'll want to pull up the product fact sheet from Mary Kay InTouch and learn about these, print them off, have it in your binder so you can learn it, study it. Make sure you are personally using all of the products that are on this list, because when we use the products and we love them, we sell them from experience and with more passion. This will also help you to know what products to stock for demos. So all of these products, your customers should be trying a bunch of them when they sit down with you for a one-on-one facial. If it's somebody from a distance or from that you're going to use samples with, you want to make sure you're ordering those samples from Mary Kay InTouch. And again, I'll teach you how to use the coupons with those in the upcoming videos, even if they do live close by. This is also going to help you to do even next level customer service, because all of this binder and everything about it is to help you to give the best customer service available to your customers, because we know that when you give great customer service, you will immediately stand out from the rest, especially in these days. And again, we want your customers to think of only you with all of their skincare and beauty needs. But next level will come from you knowing exactly what your customers use. And now you can make sure you have those items stocked in your inventory. So when they run out and they need another one, you have it right there immediately ready to go. So I cannot wait to see just how this impacts your business. And when you have these products on hand that they are trying first, we know that when they try, they tend to buy, right? Because they feel it on their skin. They see the difference, feel the difference, and the product just sells itself. So we want to make this simple. We want to make this easy on you and just a natural flow that comes from giving great customer service. I have loved hearing from those of you that have used the binder in the past few years, just how this has impacted your business, and can't wait to see how this will impact your business, this 45 to thrive, here in the year to come and beyond. So just to help you to hit that quarter of sales, I can't wait to hear how many are crossing that seminar stage just from implementing this, in addition to all the other amazing things that you already do. I am confident for your customers right now. So can't wait to hear all about it. And I will see you on the next video.
All right, so I am going to play the next video. There is 3 videos, but I'm just going to play part 1 and 2. And sorry, hold on one second. Now I have to try to find that one. So I'm just going to play part 1 and 2 today, and then 3 we'll do next week, because I really just want you guys to focus on creating a list of your customers who are and what they're currently on, and setting up your binder. Also, if you're not familiar with Pajama Graphics, they have a lot of great content, and this is where I'm getting the videos and the content for 45 to Thrive. This is in the Go Give collab section, which means you do not have to have a subscription to access these videos and this content. I will ask you to hold off on watching the 3rd video, because if you do go on here, you will have access to the 3rd video. I really just want you to focus on what I just mentioned, setting up your binder and organizing your customers to see what they're currently on. And also, if you have appointments with new customers, then you can start adding them into this binder as well. And also, if you have any questions about anything that Tandy had mentioned in the first part of the video or the second part, feel free to comment, and I will get back to you and hopefully answer your questions. So here is the second part.
Hello again. My name is Tandy Fisher, $1 Million Sales Director from Rockford, Illinois, and this is video 2 in the 45 to Thrive series. So if you haven't seen video 1 yet, stop this recording and go back and watch it first. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about all of the print-offs from the collab that you're going to want to have in your binder, and I'll give you suggestions on regular paper cardstock, or if it matters either way. Okay, but there are 2 things that I think will be helpful to purchase in addition to your binder. The first thing is going to be sheet protectors. So a sheet protector looks like this. You're going to want to have at least 25 of those, 1 for each of the products that are on the 25 product sheet for your 45 customers to be using. So those products that we talked about in the last video. Now, in the last video, I mentioned like silky setting powder or translucent powder. So you might want to have more than 25 of those sheet protectors and print even more of the products. That could maybe be this one or that one. Now, the place you're going to want to go to find your product fact sheet is you'll go to the little shopping bag icon on Mary Kay and Touch. And for this one example, you would type in oil-free eye makeup remover. And then when that comes up, click on it. And if you scroll down, you'll see product fact sheet. You want to print that product fact sheet. This one, for example, has 2 sides to it. So you'll print it back to back, slide it down in here. The reason for this is so you can get to know these products. You can get to know their features, their benefits, the buzzwords that Mary Kay teaches us to use. So it helps you to give even better customer service, the whole idea of this entire thing. And then you're going to want to put those in the back of your binder in the sheet protector. So they are always there and ready to go. It will also help you to have a really great place to go if you get a question from a customer. Okay, the next thing that you are going to want to print off is going to be the 45 to Thrive customer list. So this would be your sheet of 45 customers. Now, if you've been building your customer base and you already have 45 customers, write them down from the top customer down to the lowest one, or maybe you have even more than that. I've printed off 2 and started to get the names in there for this new year. But I printed off 2, and if you notice, I did them kind of back to back. So when I open this page of the binder, they can be written in. Oh, that was a sneak peek of like old ones. I just saw it flipping back there from the previous years. Look at that, back when we had to use a highlighter. I love that Erin put these pink, white, because these lines, by the time you get over here, is hard to remember which person that you're working on. Okay, so if you don't have 45 customers yet, just put in whatever customers you already have. And if you're brand new, Well, get excited. You get to start building this and start building those customers. So what I do is I go through and put in my top, I will do 90, my top 90 customers. Now there's more than that, but I do the top 90 minimally. And then I will go in and put in or check mark anything that they have purchased in the last year. So then you have a good idea. If they've purchased it in the last year, they're using it still. There's a chance they're still using it. If they haven't ordered it in over a year, they've either run out or they never used it in the first place. So it could still be a good thing to put in there. Now you'll notice these are pretty small. One of the great things that Erin Marlowe did in this collab was she made this on Canva. So you can actually type the names in if you want to use it like on the computer or on your phone. You can do that. You can print it off and write it in like I've done here. You can use check marks on hers or on this. Another quick thing I'll show you is that with Cleanser, if they're using Voluform, I use a V instead of a check mark. So you'll come up with your own little things the more you use this and the more customers that you're building. The other thing that you can do, if it would be easier for you and if everything you do is in your office, you could have this sent off to like FedEx Kinko's or a local print shop in a big version, because this is pretty small with pretty small print. So you could have a big version in your office and use a big board instead. So you have a lot of options there to be able to use. Okay, the next thing that you'll see in there is the sample tracker. Now, this is how you're going to keep track of the samples that you send out to your customers with the coupons that we're going to go through here in just a little bit. So one of the things that I'm going to teach you to do is if you have a customer that is using, let's say that she's using everything except for the Serum C+E, or at least that's like one of the first things on the checklist. And maybe she's using lipstick, but not lip gloss. Well, if those are samples we currently have, which we do at the time of this recording, you could go on to Mary Kay under section 2, order those samples and send her 2 samples. I recommend mailing 2 samples at a time to a customer, whether this is just something that you come up with you're like, I don't know what to do right now. I don't have enough bookings. I want to get more sales. Well, here's something you can work on. Work on these 45 customers that you have already spent time to invest in and get to know and get on the products, and find the products she's not using and mail out 1 skincare item and 1 color item along with a coupon. Now the coupons are towards the back of the collab on the sheets that you can get there. You'll see them done this way, where there's a front and a back that you could print off just on cardstock and then paper cut them. I left them full to show you how they would look like that. I also had Erin put them just 1 per page, so you can send them off to Vistaprint, for example, if you want to. I have found that Vistaprint does a really great job of printing business cards. So you would print this in a business card fashion. So this is how you would use this gift certificate, for example. It's just a cute little picture on the front that she made that says gift certificate. And then the back, you'll notice, kind of matches it with that faded pink heart. And it says, Mary Kay Cash, $10 off a $40 purchase, valid blank to blank. Now this one has the independent beauty consultant. That's just how it prints off. You can go in and put all your own information so they can be printed from your home computer this way, or you can send them off to Vistaprint or whatever other company with your information right on them, and they are ready to go in a box of cards, and it looks very professional. So the reason it has a valid blank to blank, you will fill that in with an ink pen. So let's say that you're going to mail out those samples of a lip gloss and a Serum C+E to your customer. Well, if I put it in the mail today and they live fairly close, I think they're going to probably get that in the next 2 days. I'm going to put valid 2 days from now, and then I'm going to go 2 weeks out. So I want this coupon to be good for about 2 weeks, and it's $10 off a $40 purchase. Now, as soon as you send that out, you can either, I've done both ways. I've written a little note at the bottom like, hey, Kate, I just noticed you aren't using 2 of my favorites. I'm sending you these samples. Can't wait to see what you think of them. And then I've also just mailed them out and follow up with a text. Hey, Kate, watch for your mail. I just sent you a couple of my favorite product samples that I think you're going to love. Can't wait to hear what you think. So either way, whether you write it or you follow up with a text. Now, this sheet is going to help you to keep a track of what you have sent and what date, because that gets a little thrown, it can get thrown off in your mind. So you put Kate's name, the samples that you sent, the date you sent, the expiration, and then this reminds you to follow up. Why is this so important? Out of all the ones I've mailed out, very few just give me a call or a text in order. Some have, but most of it happens in the follow-up. Again, great customer service. How many times have you gotten something in the mail and you're like, oh, I need to get back to that, and forget? But if somebody called you and followed up, like, there'd probably be a bigger chance, right? So you want to follow up with her. Now, I did put an example script at the bottom of this, like, hey, Kate, have you had a chance to try the sample I sent you in the mail? Just a quick reminder that your $10 off a $40 purchase coupon expires tomorrow. Is there anything you'd like to use it on? And the reason you end like that is it doesn't have to be Serum C plus E or lip gloss. She can use it off of whatever she wants to use it on. $10 off a $40 purchase means you're still going to profit. So that is really important when it comes to this. It's not just a straight cash amount. It's $10 off a $40 purchase. The other is you always want to end with a question when you are following up with a customer. So instead of saying like, let me know if there's anything you'd like to buy, you want to make sure you end with a question. Is there anything you'd like to use it on, or something like that? So it prompts her to give an answer back to you. So this is just a great tracker. You're going to end up needing multiple of these printed off with the more samples that you send out. Now, another great opportunity and time to give out samples with the coupons would be in a reorder. So whether you mail that reorder or somebody's picking it up or you're dropping it off, putting those right inside there, you've already spent the time or the money to ship it there. So you might as well add them into that too, and then track it on this tracking sheet. I hope you get excited about that. I really love that coupon in there. Now, while I'm talking about coupons, I'll go ahead and tell you about this one. This is another one. It just says a gift for you. And this one says the certificate is good for $10 in products redeemable at your skincare or color appointment. That you could use anywhere. You could use it to warm chat. You could throw it in every reorder bag. Like, you could put it anywhere because it's at a skincare or color appointment with you. So it's just something they might keep in their wallet, not get rid of, make sure that they have it there. All right, next one in here is the Faces Challenge. Now, this is just for you. You can have as many of these printed as you want. I would print the amount that goes with your goal. So there are 25 little faces on here, 25 ladies. And so maybe your goal is to have 25 new customers in a month. Maybe it's 25 new customers in 6 months. Maybe you're just going for Princess Court and it's 25 customers this year. But maybe you have a really huge goal and it's 25 customers this week that you are going to put product on, and you're going to be, whether that's through sample or in person. So whatever that is, it's just a place for you to track it. Now, I like to write their name here and then write in their face how much they purchased, just because then it's fun to track that too. All right, the next one that you'll see is the National Quart of Sales Tracking Sheet. So we know that a tracked number grows, right? Mary Kay has taught us that. So we want to make sure we're tracking this and filling it in. And isn't it so fun to fill in squares like that? So maybe you're going to use a favorite color highlighter, or maybe you're going to use a solid bold Sharpie and you're just going to Sharpie that in. Well, these are set up with $450 retail for every one of these squares. Now, if you think about that, that's on the average, it's a $225 wholesale. That's why we've used the $450 retail. And I wanted to put it in retail version just in case you're new and you're getting free product. You're getting free product bundles that are counting in towards your quart of sales for the year, or there's a flash sale, or there's a BOGO or anything else that Mary Kay might offer. So you're just tracking straight retail, because that really is all that matters in the quart of sales is your retail number. So you're going to follow that along, and you'll notice there's little markers, like there's 10,000, we've got 20,000, 30,000, and 40,000 and 45,000, meaning that you have finished. I also might throw in there that maybe you're like, Tandy, I do the quart of sales every year, but I want to use this tracking sheet. You might have 2 of those. Maybe you want to stretch yourself and fill up 2 of those sheets this year and do 90,000. Isn't that exciting? All right, next up is the National Quart of Sharing. Now, the reason that we want to put this in here. The reason I wanted this to be a part of it is because I want you to remember that every single person that you share this product with deserves to hear about our business opportunity. So this is kind of your reminder, like, hey, have I shared the business opportunity with her? Does she know how this works? And if not, make sure that you share the business with her too. So this is set up where it's like a 1 in 5 average, that if you share the business with 5 women, 1 would recruit. So maybe your averages are different than that. It is important to know what your averages are. So you would fill one of these squares out for every team building appointment you do, whether that's a one-on-one interview and you're having coffee together, or maybe she's on a peek into pink with your director, whatever type of a team building appointment with the follow-up where you're actually asking the question, so is this something you'd like to get started with? So would you like to join my team, where there's an actual question to close it. And then once she has joined your team, you're going to write her name in here. Again, maybe your goal is to double that, so you can print as much of those as you would like to. Okay, and then the final one is going to be the Mary Kay survey and the customer profile. So I am going to put these in video number 3. So we're going to close that off there. And I hope that this is giving you a lot, right, to fill into your binder. So I will be back with video 3 on 45 to Thrive shortly.
All right. So I know that was a lot to absorb, but I love the simplicity of it, and I am so excited to implement this as well. So I just ordered a cute binder and dividers and sheet protectors. And I'm going to set them up on my way to our vacation. We are going on vacation on Thursday. So just like for the weekend. But of course, if you need anything, please let me know. The only reason I say that is because I plan on putting this together in the car. So I'm so excited to implement this. And I would love to hear what you think of this. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I really want to actually a little bit into the video, but I really want you to focus on just setting up your binder, going through your customers, and starting, just like Tandy said, starting to write them or type them into that customer tracking sheet, and just put everything together so it's all there. And then as you start meeting with new people and developing new customers, it'll be a great way to add them easily and then keep track of what they're using, and send them samples just as she did, and all those things. So I would love to hear what you guys think. Comment on the video and share your feedback. And again, if you do want access to the Canva links, I will post the link so you can customize it. But I also want to encourage you not to jump ahead to the 3rd video. I know it's easy to do. But just focus on this for the next week, and then next week we will watch the 3rd video and start talking about like how to start reaching out to your customers to get them on, some of these other products, just as Tandy described. So I hope this is helpful to you all, and I hope you all have a great week, and you'll be seeing me soon.